Hey, Commanders fans, get ready because today we have exclusive news about our team and you can't miss a single detail. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and of course, leave a like to strengthen our fan base and show that we only have true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that happens behind the scenes of Commanders. So, without further ado, let's check out today's news. Terry McLaurin has once again become embroiled in a quarterback issue they thought was resolved. Terry McLaurin is all too familiar with the quarterback musical chairs game. The receiver has only experienced a steady series of risky and unsuccessful quarterback plays since practically the moment he joined the Washington Commanders as a third-round pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. And just when it seemed McLaurin had finally found some stability, the curse at the most crucial position in football struck the franchise again. Jayden Daniels and McLaurin have played together in only 4 games this season. Both were injured for a considerable period. The receiver is now back in shape, but the former LSU star is out for the season, with Washington playing only for pride. As if that weren't enough, veteran backup Marcus Mariota suffered a hand injury against the Philadelphia Eagles and is unlikely to participate in the Christmas Day game against the Dallas Cowboys, Washington's final home game of the regular season. Terry McLaurin is dealing with yet another quarterback change with the Commanders that he thought he had overcome. This leaves the Commanders with veteran Josh Johnson, or Jeff Driscoll, who was signed from the Arizona Cardinals practice squad this week as options to take over the starting quarterback position. It's not exactly an encouraging scenario for players like McLaurin who want to make a good impression before the preseason, but at least he has the experience of delivering results even with instability at the quarterback position. This won't be music to the ears of fantasy football players competing in leagues across the country. They were hoping McLaurin would finish the season strong after a long period away from the field. He still might, but the presence of Johnson or Driscoll distributing the ball won't exactly inspire them. As has been the case throughout McLaurin's prolific career in Washington, he will do his best, even in a situation that hasn't yielded the best results. He was a model of consistency before a quadriceps/hip flexor injury derailed his 2025 season. He was a 2-time Pro Bowl selection, a second-team All-Pro, and racked up 5 consecutive seasons with over 1,000 receiving yards before the current season. McLaurin accomplished all of this without a top-tier starting quarterback until Daniels arrived. Washington Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has been criticized for his controversial quarterback decision. While it may seem like the Washington Commanders are in a hopeless situation with a 4-11 record and only 2 games remaining in the regular season, and that's understandable, the situation is pretty bad. Regardless of whether the Commanders win either of their last 2 regular season games, there's still work to be done. This includes the quarterback position, where 2025 has been an absolute disaster for the franchise. The Commanders started the season with a player at the position who seemed to have the potential to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, sophomore star Jayden Daniels, who was sidelined for the rest of the season and will end up missing 10 games due to a series of injuries. The most recent problem arose after veteran backup Marcus Mariota injured his hand in the Week 16 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. While veteran Josh Johnson stepped in to replace Mariota, the Commanders also brought back another veteran, Jeff Driscoll, this week. What Commanders fans want to know is why offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury won't give another quarterback who has been on the roster in some capacity over the past 2 seasons, including former Notre Dame star Sam Hartman. The Commanders have a short week after the loss and play on Thursday, December 25th against the Dallas Cowboys in a Christmas Day game that will be streamed on Netflix. Cliff Kingsbury says it wouldn't be fair for Sam Hartman to make his first NFL start in a short week without having had real opportunities to play, wrote NBC4 sports reporter J.P. Finley on X. Kingsbury's Hartman reasoning doesn't hold water. Kingsbury was directly asked about the possibility of starting Driscoll instead of Hartman. Having a player with little preparation time, especially someone who has already played NFL games and is familiar with our system, is what motivated us to bring him to the team, Kingsbury said on Tuesday, December 23rd. If Hartman doesn't know the Commanders' offensive system after 2 years, the question arises as to why they would keep him on the practice squad, where he spent most of the last 2 seasons. What exactly is the point of having Sam Hartman on the practice squad if he's not going to play this week or next? Scott Abraham of 7 News DC wrote on X. Hartman has been in the system for 2 years, and you'd rather start a Josh Johnson or a 39-year-old Jeff Driscoll? That makes no sense at all. Hartman shone at Wake Forest and Notre Dame. In terms of what might happen in the future, Washington Commanders signed former All-Pro to replace injured rookie star. The Washington Commanders announced on December 22nd that rookie Jalen Lane, a standout player for the team selected in the 4th round of the draft, will be placed on injured reserve due to an ankle injury. Lane's injury occurred during the team's loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 16. His placement on the injured reserve list will prevent him from playing in the final 2 games of the regular season. Although the 2025 season hasn't gone as the Commanders had planned based on expectations after their 2024 NFC Championship run, Lane has been one of the team's bright spots throughout the year. Drafted after playing for Virginia Tech for his ability as a receiver and on special teams, Lane has excelled significantly on kick returns. On punt returns, Lane has accumulated 314 yards and 2 touchdowns, in addition to another 56 yards on 3 kickoff returns. Lane didn't get much involvement in the passing game, as he didn't record any receptions in the team's 4 games after the bye week in Week 12, according to CBS Sports. Lane will look to continue to evolve as a receiver in his sophomore year, as his rookie season ended with 16 receptions on 32 passes thrown his way, for a total of 225 yards. Lane's most memorable moment of the year was a 90-yard punt return for a touchdown against the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 3. Haley Salvatore, a contributor to Commanders, highlighted all the milestones achieved by Lane's first NFL touchdown. Salvatore reported, "It was the team's first punt return for a touchdown since Jamison Crowder returned it to the end zone against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 5 of the 2016 season. It was also the first punt return for a touchdown by a franchise rookie since return specialist Desmond Howard did it on September 13, 1992, against the Atlanta Falcons. And the 90-yard return also ties Jacquez Green's return in Week 2 of 2002 as the longest in franchise history." Commanders claim Jamal Agnew from waivers. With Jalen Lane leaving for the remainder of the season, the Washington Redskins signed former All-Pro Jamal Agnew, waived of the Atlanta Falcons, on Monday, December 22nd. Although Agnew didn't catch any passes during his 11 regular season stint with the Falcons, he is credited as a special teams player. Agnew was drafted by the Detroit Lions in 2017, where he was named to the first-team All-Pro